Hey y'all, it's VJ.
It's James.
And this is
A Sip
and a Shot. Woo, 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 woo. We are back.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Yeah, this is our first day of fall episode.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this season.
We've made it to fall.
Yes, this year has been definitely interesting, to say the least.
To say the least, it's been a blessing.
Filled with blessings, trials, tribulations.
And everything in between.
And everything in between, and we are almost to the end.
We are.
Yeah.
I think so. I just saw something that says 4 more months until the end. It's October. No, it's only 3.5 more months until the end of 2020. And
this year is flying by. Like, there's been a lot. I feel like there's been
flying by.
I feel like it's flying. Like September.
Yeah, September is moving kind of quick.
There's been a lot of months that have moved quick. Even though there's so much has happened in a year. You know how people say like a lot can change in a year.
Yeah.
This year, so much has changed. I'm just waiting on the aliens. Then I'll be ready. Like,
I'm not even afraid of the aliens though.
Thank you. You gave me everything you could.
Come and take me now. I'm ready.
Hit
I'm
me
ready.
with it all. I see what you're doing. I see it.
And I'm out.
I see it. Thanks. This has been great. Cool.
Okay. So this is our Fab Fall episode.
Yeah, Fab Fall episode. So we're easing ourselves into some fall drinks.
Yes.
I'll say. Later into spooky season, my favorite season.
Oh, we're gonna find some like seriously spooky ones.
Yes, I'm so excited. I love like Halloween, October, just
costumes,
all of it. So I'm bringing it down.
Yes, let's get started.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have our shot,
which is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch shot. It's a I had it when I was in college.
I had it when I was in college, and I think you and my roommate went out and had it.
Yep, and it was a rough day.
Well, what y'all said was, do you want to taste the milk? It tastes just like the milk from Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal, and y'all were like, "Nah, that's not true."
Yep.
And then y'all were like, "BJ, you gotta try this."
And now that I'm older, it doesn't actually taste that great. But when you're 21,
I mean, comparing it to straight vodka.
Yeah, but
like paper nuts.
or maybe I just don't know how to make it well. That might be the problem.
Now I'm nervous because you make this.
I know I did. Cheers!
Cheers to the good.
Cheers to the bad.
Cheers to all things we wish we had.
Woo.
Ooh, that stuck together.
It sure did. That's good.
Doesn't taste like college, but it does taste good.
It does, yeah.
I don't know why. You know what? Probably because it was warm, because the people in college wasn't chilling it like we needed it.
Yeah, but so what I've learned is, I think on the recipes it says equal parts, rum chata and Fireball. I do more rum chata than Fireball. So that it's not like
it's not like super.
Yeah, that's
but
strong
you might
whiskey.
need the cinnamony.
I still got it. It tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch to me.
It tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch to me.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to kick it up a notch, equal parts, but
I think
for the flavor,
it's good. And we rimmed it with cinnamon sugar, okay?
Yes.
Get into us.
Added a little flavor to it, a little something extra to it. And our sip is...
What do you want to call it? What was it called? Like a Harvest Rita?
Yeah, Harvest Rita. So, in bed this morning trying to figure out what we gonna drink.
Yesterday.
No, it was this morning.
It was yesterday morning. Cause we had already.
Yesterday morning.
Yeah, it was yesterday morning.
I was looking for some fall drinks that weren't, crazy, super fall,
like
apple cider. Yes. And I came across this Harvest Margarita that they used to sell at Chili's,
yeah.
Back in 2018 is what the thing said. But it's basically it's like a Hennessy margarita.
Yeah, and I remember one of my line sisters. I need to take this off because it's gonna bother me. As I slowly strip off all my jewelry.
Yes.
One of my line sisters had asked you if you had done a Hennessy margarita before.
You.
She asked me?
Yeah. It was like at the very beginning of the podcast. Like I think we might have like told people
we were doing it. Okay.
Yeah. And she was like, "Well, how do I make a Hennessy margarita?"
Well, we found it. And I made it, so I don't know, and we don't know how it tastes.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part about doing these. Like when you're making it, when you bartend, you do like some people taste test it, especially if it's new before you serve it. But
And, you know, you can doctor, like, normally when we're making drinks for other people, it's, you know, you taste it, you can doctor it up a little bit.
You need a little bit more of this, a little bit more of
Yeah,
that.
on here, we're flying by the seat of our pants. I got that from Hamilton. Random.
Okay.
I just watched it this week. Anyway, so...
All right. Cheers. Yep.
Cheers.
I'm super nervous. I feel like this is going to be like last week's.
Wow.
Wow.
That's good.
That is so yummy.
I know.
And it's not on the rocks. So it's not like the typical margarita that's on the rocks. It's not on the rocks. Maybe because, but it is shaken. Maybe because we did add the Hennessy.
Yeah, so it's Hennessy and tequila.
I'm going to give her a shout out. Kiki, you going to love this, girl. You going to love it.
It's really good. And I know VJ said it's not on the rocks. It's not frozen either.
Mm-mm.
It's the margarita, just no ice.
Oh my God, this is so good. Okay,
I'm so happy we didn't make a big thing of it.
Yeah, we did it.
I think we might end up like last week where we were late in the episode.
Okay, so because it's the first day of fall.
Yes. Or the first day when this comes out,
it'll be the first day of fall.
Had just passed, yeah. And our homegirl's birthday. The first day of fall is the 22nd.
And so it comes out the 23rd. Okay.
Yeah.
Anywho. So a couple of years ago, several years ago, because we've known each other a long time, we decided, I think, were we all single at the time we decided to do it?
No.
We weren't.
No, we were not.
How did it come? Oh.
Because the first one, there were boyfriends there.
You know what it was? I remember we said we wanted to do like something really fall, like pumpkin patch, haunted house. But every year we did go to a haunted house.
Yes.
We just wanted to up it a little bit and kind of make a weekend trip of it.
And I think we wanted to also start a tradition with our like our 3A friend group.
Yeah.
And so Fab
to like get everyone together because at the time we saw each other, but just not as often as we wanted to. So
yes, yeah, and you know, after you leave college, everybody's lives kind of, take off. You're not living in close connections with everybody anymore. Yes. Like, you know, VJ lived up the hill from me, so I could walk to her apartment at any time. I had a key. Yeah, like that was just what we did. But
dinner is the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, moving back home, everybody is working different schedules sometimes,
or it's like a 20-minute.
Drive away from each other, so we really wanted to start a little tradition, and we tend to be very like kitschy. It could be a little basic, as you know. I think that's the term for it now. It's like we're gonna do fall pictures, and we're gonna get pumpkins, and we're gonna look cute.
We're gonna do like the corn maze, and we're gonna we wanted to go all out, and then we wanted to go away. So for our first one, we went to Gaithersburg, which is about. Hindsight, we probably did not need to we got a hotel, a real nice suite. Yeah, it was a nice 2-bedroom hotel suite. You know, it was like very cost effective post college. It was, as you need to be, especially for what it was 6 people staying. Yeah, 6 people. You know, I don't know if we paid $40 a person at that point. But yeah, we went away, and I think the first night we did haunted house. We did a haunted house. Yeah, we got pizza from Costco because we were like, that pizza is so good. And then we had drinks, and then we got a little lit, went to the haunted house, and that we took shots. And that haunted house trip. That was the best one. Yeah, I think we went to Field of Screams in Maryland. In Gaithersburg. Well, past Gaithersburg.
That was one of the best ones. I think we got like a pass where we did all 4. We did like the zombie thing. There was a haunted hayride where VJ and her roommate back in the day, they screamed for their lives. Let me paint this picture.
So we get there, and when you get to Field of Screams, it's already haunted people walking around. Or your clowns, your whatever. Zombies. Scary people in costumes walking around. Mm-hmm. So I'm already on edge. We've already taken a few shots. I don't even know what we took shots of, but we've already taken a few shots.
Let's also preface it that I like scary movies, and
I hate scary movies.
She's not a fan of it.
Films.
So
I hate it.
We already knew going into this she was going to be scared.
I didn't know how scared I was.
We knew that they were going to be scared. Luckily, They
I was
had
just
men
on
with
guard
them at the time.
Yes,
Boyfriends.
They had a little bays at the time.
Yeah, they had their bays. Me and my old roommate, we were bays.
You know what? In hindsight, I wonder if I was like acting scared, so I could be like all cuddled up. No, I was scared for real. I was scared for real. I was like on high alert. Like
you were really on high alert, and I think the first thing we did was the haunted house.
Yep.
And
what was the rule for the haunted house? Who had to be on the inside? I think you and your roommate were like.
Oh yeah, because if we didn't have men, the men were gonna be on the outside. So we was like, y'all two to the front, y'all two to the back, and we in the middle. And this is how we gonna roll with this. And that's gonna be our logic through everything else we do. Because the men are gonna go first, okay?
Regardless, they're gonna go first and last.
Okay.
Regardless, all fair. So we do that. It's fun. I think haunted houses are fun. It's fun to be scared. Didn't we? Hold on. We also went through like this maze through the woods.
Yeah, it's you. So the options there are the haunted house. There's like a haunted trail where you walk through the woods and it's like, dark.
We went in one place, it was pitch black.
Yes, that was in the woods. And there's like they had the bubble
We had to like climb up.
Yeah, it was a lot. And then the other option is the haunted hayride, and then there's like a zombie apocalypse like paintball thing. Which was
paintball was so fun.
Yeah, it was different. So we did I think we did the haunted house first. And then I'm pretty positive we did the field last. Yes. So it was the hayride and then the zombie thing, because we were like, okay, well,
the paintball thing.
So on the hayride, it was 6 of us, but naturally there's going to be more people on a hayride than just the 6 people you came with. So I'll say it might have been 10 to 15 people maybe 10 people on the hayride with us. Dramatic. And you ride on a hayride. They had these guys come out with chainsaws that year that we went. I don't know if they changed it up every year because we didn't go back.
They like hop on the hayride. You're sitting on, it's like a pickup truck, and you're sitting on the bed of the pickup truck. You're not sitting on a bench. You're sitting on a bed of hay.
Yeah, you're sitting on a bed of hay. Everybody kind of like huddled up together. And you're riding along, and like you hear chainsaws start, and they stop the thing, and the guys hop up. VJ and her old roommate, our homegirl, lost their mind. Because the other stuff, you could see what was happening. You couldn't see you just
where they were coming. Yeah, you couldn't see where they were coming from. And our backs are to it. And they came like right over us. Yeah. Yeah. And my mind was lost.
Yeah, they like, I'm trying to figure out a descriptive way to say this.
I think I did like a back roll.
Y'all slid all the way down. Or like kicking your feet and just screaming to the point that I think the guys that were acting out with the chainsaws were like, okay. Are they okay? And the other people on the hayride were like in tears laughing. Because I was like, they are really losing it. And we think a phone was almost lost on that hayride.
A phone was almost lost on that hayride.
Because of the sheer terror.
It was scary. I don't care what nobody says. It was scary because you didn't know where it was coming from. And no, what happened was it was towards the end, and we thought it was over.
Yes.
They were like, okay, cool. So we're like, people, it stopped. People like getting ready to get off to me because we've been on this for a good 10-15 minutes. It's time to wrap it up. And all of us, it came out of nowhere. This is right in your ear, and that was it for me.
Yeah, and you couldn't tell because the chainsaws move so fast. You can't tell if they still have the things on the ends of them. You just see the thing going, and it's smoking,
and you hear it,
and it's loud. But them being so scared definitely took some of the fear out of other people. I think because it was kind of like these
black
crazy
fools.
girls are really losing their minds.
But I think hindsight, it does make it more fun. Like when people are really scared, it makes it more fun.
It makes it more fun. Like I was trying, like you want to be scared, but you're also like giggling, like I can't believe they were so scared.
We were freaked out.
Yeah, and then like even when we did the woods, and you think you're out of the woods section, and then all of a sudden at the end,
do you remember who was it? Where we didn't know, wasn't me, and he was walking right where I'm like talking. Yes. And like all of y'all are behind me, and I didn't know. Was it me? And he's like walking next to me. And I freaked out. I was so pissed at y'all. I was so mad at y'all. I was like, y'all didn't want to tell me what was going on.
Nope. And I feel like in some situations you don't know how to tell somebody that something like that is happening. You know, in our group we do a ooh real quick. But I think with the quickness that he popped out with, we were like.
But did he tell y'all not to say anything?
I don't think so. I really don't remember.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out why I was standing alone. I had a whole man there and I was standing alone.
Well. Hey, man. Hey, sir. How you doing?
Whatever.
Hope your day's nice.
Don't say hello.
Okay, goodbye. Which I guess actually also takes us into dates during our Fab Fall Weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, I think...
So, what was the second one we went to? You brought a date for that one.
No, I didn't. I'll say her name because I don't think she listens. Bethany. So, Fab Fall Weekend is, I guess, an easy date situation. If anybody out there is looking for a way to introduce your man or your woman into a group, a nice Fab Fall Weekend or a haunted house trip is kind of like an easy way to do it. Because the only time that you're really talking to people is in line. Mm-hmm. And you go into the haunted house and you're scared together. And then if you have to go out for drinks afterwards, you know, the nerves are kind of shaking off a bit.
Yeah, and then it also gives you something to talk about with, like, somebody you don't know.
Yeah, random
like, it's easier
people.
to join the conversation.
Yeah. So the first Fab Fall Weekend we had...
Our friend's current husband.
And your...
My former beau.
Yes. Which was fun. And then the second year, I think we went out to Laurel. They had a haunted house out there.
And the movie theater.
The movie theater, yeah. And Bethany brought her current girlfriend.
Yes.
And her...
And then you bring a friend?
Male best friend, David. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. So yeah, that was
I thought it was I had another D name. I was like, he didn't come. That worked at a bar. At Smoky Bones. I thought it was him, but it wasn't.
Oh, that's it. No. It wasn't him.
That one was fun because we did go to a bar first, and then we went to the haunted house, and like being in that line, and it's always crazy because then you have the people like you're there to get scared, just go along with it. It's like, oh, I'm not scared. This doesn't scare me.
Yeah, people that ruin it for everybody else, like just shut up. Let everybody else be scared.
Yes.
But yeah, that was fun. It was like a haunted movie theater.
We were on the floor at one point. We were like crawling on the floor.
We sure did. We sure did.
It was fun though. And they kind of broke our group up, but we ended up coming back together.
Yes. Yeah. You know, you walk slow enough, or you know, some groups walk fast enough. Like we just gonna power through this and we gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the third one.
That's the one they caught me in the corner.
Yes.
They caught me in the corner of one. It's always me. And I be trying to like walk like I'm cool, like everything's chill.
That's probably why they messed with you.
He like walked up on me and caught me in the corner with like the pigs. And I was like, somebody help me.
You know what this reminds me of? I know people aren't really fans of Ellen right now, but Ellen sends her producer into the thing.
Yes.
That's that.
Andy.
Picture that. With a group of black girls.
It's so fun.
Yes.
It's so fun.
And then the third year we had a big group. Cause it was, I brought the man. And then your former beau, our friend's current husband, and then a couple other couples.
Yeah, it was like 2 other couples came, but we didn't know them.
Yeah, you did.
Oh!
Yes, you did.
Was it another one or that was it? It was just them. No, and they brought another couple.
Yeah, they brought another couple.
couple.
So it was like one couple we didn't know.
Yeah. The couple is not together anymore.
Yeah. No, a haunted house is, I don't know what they'll do for your relationship, but all I'm going to say is that one couple that had went to one with us is still together. Out of all the couples that we've had. Oh, no, two. Bethy's still with her girl.
Did Bethany come to that one?
The first year.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the second year they came to the Laurel one.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that. Was on an army base.
Which was interesting to
get on. At Fort Belvoir?
No, it wasn't Fort Belvoir. It was further out. It wasn't Fort Belvoir.
So that's the one down Virginia. That seems like it's super far, but it's actually not that far.
Yeah, one of my exes is from Fort Belvoir. We weren't in Fort Belvoir.
The base?
Yeah.
I think that we were.
Okay, I mean, shit. That was over 10 years ago at this point. I don't care.
Oh, yeah. No, we were. Yeah, that's where we were.
The other reason to jump a little bit, we'll come back. The other reason we wanted to do a Fab Fall Weekend is because we knew each other's lives were changing and growing in different ways. Mm-hmm. And we wanted we wanted a tradition that always brought us back together, even when we had, like, children and, you know. Remember?
Yes.
I was like, this will be, like, whenever we have started having kids, then they'll be able to come to the fall, like, sunflowers and pumpkin picking and all that.
The first day, or our first Fab Fall Weekend, we did go to the haunted house. And then the next day we went to a fall festival, which is the pumpkin patch, corn maze.
Apple picking.
We
drank cider.
Yeah, the pumpkin cannon.
Yeah.
There was like a petting zoo. It was there's a lot of different.
That's how I saw like what I wanted my wedding to look like, because it was don't roll your ass. I
tried really hard not to, because it was like you looked away and my fit, like I was trying to like fix it.
I remember because you weren't in the car with me. You were in a different car, so I was texting her and I was like, "Listen, you see how the leaves are? This is how I want my wedding to be." And then that's when I found out that my former beau. Mm-hmm. He wanted a fall wedding too. I was like, oh my god, this is just fit to me.
Amazing. And that's, you know how, like, last episode, I think I talked about having my Pinterest board. There's one for her as well. And actually, I have a few of my friends have Pinterest boards that I have a hold on, to say the least. And so last year, yes, I guess 2 years ago, we did the big one with the larger group. Yeah. And then last year we
made like the drinks. I think I made drinks in my car. It was like old school.
Like, in the trunk of the car. They popped that trunk.
They sure did.
It was pouring them drinks. And everybody, we tried to get a little toasty. And then we went out to the harbor afterwards. Yeah. Went to Public House.
Well, I don't ever remember. We did, and we all sat in a damn booth.
Yeah, we sat in the booth, and then some people sat at the bar. Yeah. Yeah, and then last year, because our friend had just had the baby,
we didn't do it.
Yeah, we didn't do it, and that was like the first year we didn't do it. But we did spend a bunch of time at her home.
Yeah, we just didn't go like apple picking or anything like that.
You can't take a brand new infant out into the fall of all places.
Yeah. Her birthday is next week. She'll be a year old next week.
Yes, it's crazy how time flies. Our sweet little angel baby.
Yes.
What? Oh, I guess we can talk about today.
Yes.
Our little photo shoot.
Yes, that's not what I was gonna go with it, but yeah. So we did a Fab Fall photo shoot.
Yes.
For the podcast. You'll see a few of those photos later. That's why if you're watching the video, you can see we have on makeup time.
Yeah. I mean, this might also be a good time. Well, I think we've talked about it before. We do record these, and one day they'll end up on YouTube.
One day. We're still figuring out, like, are you allowed to have alcohol on YouTube?
Yeah, I think we're good on alcohol, but the language. Y'all know how we do with that sometimes. What were you about to say before that?
Would you bring your next bae, your current bae, your whatever you want to call it bae, on the because next year we're doing a Fab. Hopefully everything will be clear. Everyone will feel comfortable. But we're gonna do a Fab Fall Weekend. I think we could do one this year. Actually,
I concur. Well, I just don't.
I don't know if they're doing haunted houses, but
yeah, I don't know how that would fit in with the timetable. Yeah, my schedule a little busy.
I am lying. Would you bring a bae
this year?
Well, no. Yeah.
I was just trying to answer the question.
Yeah, this year.
You know what?
What are the pros and cons of that?
So I'm the type of person that I will just invite people. Yeah. And not care about it, whether I'm really like. If I invite somebody that I'm really interested in, it'll be a big deal. Yeah. But I have invited, like, to my birthday parties, I've invited multiple people. I'm like the worst person to invite, because I will invite multiple people I'm talking to one party and be like,
I did that once, and everybody told me I was crazy, but I wasn't. They were just friends. I wasn't talking to them like that.
You know, it would be some people talking to. They don't show. One, they all don't show up at the same time. 2, they all might not show up. 3, fuck it.
Lately.
Oh, F it. So yeah, I don't have anybody in mind that I would invite to this year if we were to do something this year. In the future, yeah, sure, why not? And he gonna have to hang out with y'all at some point.
I know, because you're the only one who's like, who dates guys who doesn't want to be around their friends.
It was one person. Never gonna live that one down.
No, I feel like every time you bring somebody around,
they don't last, which is probably why I don't bring people around.
No, it's right after they meet us. They're like, yeah, it's enough for me.
Or I'm like, it's enough for me. Because there was one that made y'all godparents before I would. Sir. Like, yes, I would love all my friends to be godparents of my children, but you don't get that. You don't get to say that.
It's okay.
Especially not at 2 a.m.
We were all like, we were floating on a high.
I wasn't at that. Y'all was at like a 10. I might have been at a 7.
I don't even think I was at a 10 yet.
And that moment,
I was at like an 8. Well, no, I was at like a 5.
I was like, oh he crazy. That's not my crazy man. That is not my crazy ex-boyfriend. Oh my gosh.
I think what's your favorite memory from our Fab Fall Weekends? What's your favorite?
Y'all on that hayride. I sent them a video. Was it yesterday morning? And it's like a compilation of different people being scared at haunted houses. And there's this girl who was like, I guess they have the camera on her, and it looks like she like ran into a gate, like one of them like waist level gates, and she is like, sometimes when people get scared, they hang on to whatever they're holding on to, like they don't think to let go so they can get away, and she is like holding on to that gate, kicking her feet, screaming like no, and I was like, this is what they look like on a hayride.
I don't think we were that.
And I was in bed in tears, like this joint is too funny to me. So that first one, that was a good one.
Our first one was good. I like the one that wasn't it one like we ran out of? I don't think that was that was a haunted house we went to.
Yeah, because they always like, haunted houses, they try to put somebody at the end to give you that one last scare, and you booking it in the woods. Yeah. So we got to go.
I'm excited for the coming ones because we have a baby to do it with now.
Yeah.
We can put her in stuff.
Yeah, put her in like cute outfits. Yeah. And take cute pictures. Now we have a little girl, and it's a girl.
Yeah, it's a girl.
And she's a girl, so the outfits can pop a little more.
What's your favorite thing about fall? This is actually my favorite season.
Mine too.
But not because of, I just like the weather of fall.
No, I like the fashion of fall. So my birthday's in the summer, and so I think growing up, I was like, summer's my favorite holiday. I mean, summer's my favorite season. Like, it's my birthday season. Like, that's what it is. As an adult, fall has become my favorite season. I think because I like the cooler temperature. Because it's like perfect weather majority of the time. Like, it might be a little cold, but you throw a jacket on, you still cute. I like fashion because you can layer outfits and look good. Yeah. And it's, perfect. Cozy up with a cup of coffee because I'm a coffee drinker. Watch a movie. You can sit in the house all day if you want to. And it's not like you're missing nothing outside necessarily. Yeah. I have FOMO for, like, bad. So summertime, I'll be like, wait, you guys are going where? You're going where? You're going to brunch here? You're going out here? I want to go. Even if I'm tired. Like, I want to go.
Yeah. Fall is my favorite season. One, because there aren't, like, I don't get really bad allergies in the fall. That's number one. And number two, it's the start of...
What? It's the start of what?
It's the start of cuffing season. Like, when you think about it.
I'm thinking about YouTube. Ma'am. Because we're about to get called something else.
We won't go in depth, but like...
No, because we're going to do a cuffing season episode later, but...
I know, but this is why I'm like super...
You've been cuffed for the past...
Well, not past.
Except for
like last year.
Last year
I was not cuffed.
But previously,
but it's getting cold outside,
and so you know, cuffing season's upon us.
Yeah. But and it's like this is when most people get into relationships right around this time. And you ride it out. I try to ride it out till about my birthday.
Even like, you know, okay, this is gonna sound bad. You know what? To me, if there's a good season to get into a relationship, it would be. This is gonna sound crazy to people because you know,
it might.
Like June to November, right?
It's a good time to get in a relationship.
To be in a relationship. You wanna know why? Because you ain't gotta buy no gifts. Because cuffing season is Christmas, right?
Yeah, that's it, technically.
Christmas, Valentine, all the cold weather months got holidays.
Yeah, but
if you go with Jewish holidays, you got this.
Okay, gifts. I don't think I mind giving a gift to have like
a bae.
I don't need a bae, but like a warm
body.
When I tell you this morning, I was freezing. Like I couldn't move in my bed because the other part of my bed was freezing. Like, you know, your own little cocoon is warm. If you have like a little,
you don't need to turn the heat on. That's what you're saying. No need to turn the heat on if you got a bae in the bed. A bed bae.
No, a bed bae.
Not feeling that one.
Not feeling that one. But we'll talk about cuffing season later. But I think being cuffed up. Last year I was going through some shit. I ain't want to. Don't talk to me. Yeah. I'm good. I'm being in this bed by myself. That's why I was with it. This year, I might do some things a little different.
How was quarantine? Where we going, friend? That's what I want to know. Like, if we gonna go find? Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be like a crazy? Okay, I'm gonna say this. I realized
you're gonna say it. Okay.
No, the hard part about doing this podcast is that a lot of the conversations are how we normally talk to each other.
Yeah.
And now it's like I'm saying something that somebody could be listening and remind us about later on. And I was like, I know I said it, but I didn't really mean it.
Say it.
What if we did like a social experiment where we go out and like talk about how it is meeting guys in quarantine?
Oh.
Or like, you know how people have like the cuffing season applications and it's like,
I do remember the cuffing season application. Oh my god.
No, I was like, what if it was like hey guys, so we have an applicant number. Or what if we hook people up for cuffing season?
You hook yourself up.
Oh, what if I just started replacing curse words with YouTube? Like YouTube.
You.
I don't. No.
Let's wrap this one up.
Yep, because you let me finish my drink.
This one was good.
Mm-hmm.
This will be perfect if you have a little bae come over.
Yeah.
Make them that. Make her that, y'all. Listen, I don't think we have too many fellas listening to us, but let me tell you something. You give her this Harvest Margarita.
That's really good, y'all.
It's a great way to start your cuffing season, baby.
It would probably be good. I know people ain't really doing parties. Not supposed to be partying. But
you like making punches.
I do like making punches. Oh my... Okay. Never mind. I'm bringing it back down. I was like, oh my gosh. Remember my Kiss of Death punch?
Yes.
Shit was fun.
It was clear.
No, it wasn't. It was the red one. We went to Tiger Fest. That first year.
Oh.
And it was like Green Turtle. The back we were smoking hookah. Anywho. Alright, we're gonna
wrap this one up.
Wrap it up.
We're trying to get back down to our time slot.
Yeah. We're not gonna keep y'all long today.
Not gonna keep y'all too long. It's VJ.
It's Jane.
It's been a sip and a shot.
Bye.
Bye.